the beginning of 2024. So what was the housing market like in 2023? So let's compare this year over year for Hardin County, Kentucky, where I'm located, to 2022. So let's look at, this is the Hardin Kentucky Association Realtors. This is their MLS stats for the year 2022. And I'm going to point out a few stats here before we jump over to 2023 to have some comparison. So we see across the top here, we have it's Hardin County and then the few cities of Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Vine Grove, and West Point, and then all of the regions of Hardin County. And we're looking at the range of January 22 to December 31st, 22. Now, I also want to point out that we are looking only at the residential, which is what the class RF is looking at right there. So we're ignoring land, we're ignoring commercial, we're just looking at residential properties because that's what everybody really is concerned about when we talk about real estate prices. And I don't need some multi-million-dollar commercial property to throw off my data points or some really low-priced land. Looking at this, we can see that the median home price for what sold in 2022 was $251,000. And I also want to point out that we had 1,648 listings, and those that did sell had a median days on market of 48 days. That short days on market is very indicative of a strong seller's market. We were having a strong seller's market through 2020, 2021. And therefore, it made sense that leading in through 2022 that we'd have a strong seller's market. And that's what we saw. It wasn't until the end of 2022 when interest rates started to rise that things started slowing down. So this is a snapshot of how 2022 looked like. So let's compare this to 2023 so we can see year over year. I'm just going to come back over here, change our nothing but the year, and hit generate again. And what we're going to see is a few changes. Let this play out. Here we are for 2023 now, and we can see that we have our median home price is now $266,250 for the same region for 1 year later. So this is now 2023. Looking at this is a price increase of about 6.2%. You probably heard a lot of people are expecting a crash, or they're saying that the prices of homes are coming down. What they're really seeing about the price of homes coming down is that agents have listed prices a little bit too high recently, and the prices are just backing up to what is still is the correct price, but it's still higher than it was a year ago. Now, why are prices still high? Is I want to show you this stat right over here. The total homes listed is 1,523. As we saw back in the 2022 stats, it was 1,648. So that represents 92.4% of what it was the previous year. So we've seen this reduction in the number of listings in our county here in Hardin. And this is because of the interest rates going up, that there's fewer people wanting to sell their house. And therefore, there's just fewer homes for sale. Less supply, the demand is still there, and that's why we're seeing houses go up in price, this 6.2% that we're seeing reflected right here. And we have our days on market is at 53. That's not a big increase compared to 48. I mean, we're talking about less than 1 week more to get a home sold on average in our area, and that is not really too big of a change. So therefore, it's still a strong seller's market just because there's not a lot of homes for sale. So that's what's been going on in our area for this last year of 2023. Prices of homes have been going up. The number of homes for sale is going down. And I predict that we're going to see a lot of that going on through 2024. There is a lot of building going on in our local area. The News Enterprise put out an article today about construction going on in Vine Grove. We can see a lot of construction going on in Elizabethtown, and there's construction going on in the Radcliffe area as well. We can continue to see the construction because this low inventory number right here is what's keeping prices up. Once we get this new construction completed, we're going to have a lot of inventory for a lot of new homeowners, so that's going to keep our prices down. It's also going to keep the rental rates somewhat normalized so that they're not going to be increasing as much as we saw in the previous couple of years where they shot up a lot. So keep your eye out on that. It's going to be the construction is what's going to be the thing that runs 2024. I'm Brian. I'm with the Realty World in Radcliffe, and this has been a recap of what the market did in 2023.